Welcome back, everyone. This is Akenar here with more Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree edition, where last time we took on Messmer. We finally crossed paths with Messmer the Impaler, and his true form was revealed. Base Serpent Messmer. What a wild encounter. Just so well done. The seal, the glass eye, and that whole business of breaking it and revealing the abyssal serpent behind the eye, and just a absolutely wild boss encounter that is just so well done. As I feel like a broken record, and I just feel like we take it for granted that the bosses and the game experiences produced by Miyazaki and FromSoft are just, there's no comparison. They are just so well done. One thing I did forget to do at the end of our episode last time is check for new fashion souls, because of course there has to be new stuff here with from the Impaler, Black Helm of Messmer the Impaler. Oh, the red hair is part of that. Wait a second, is he not actually red-haired? Does that mean he's not actually... Well, let's read first and find out. Crowned with two intertwined winged serpents, slightly enhances incantations of Messmer's flame, as well as Fire Knight skills. The winged snakes were Messmer's constant companions. They were there when the base serpent was sealed away behind his eye. They were there through his eternity of suffering. They will accompany him yet in his hideous new form, born when he destroyed the grace granted by his mother. They have accepted his fate as much as he. So he was the one who somehow did away with the grace granted by Marika. And I guess this is... I forget, part of what we had theorized before with Marika is the fact that she might not be acting of her own will. The whole control of the two fingers and the greater will trying to ward that off. And we do see that something as I was going through and doing a bit of reorganization of my inventory, going through and selling off like duplicate gear and stuff like that. I did go through the helms again here, and I was reminded that both the Nox mirror helm as well as Eegee's mirror helm do talk about this idea of warding off intervention of the greater will and its vassal fingers. And of course we had made the jokes about, I think, tinfoil hats and whatnot, but that plays into that idea, right? This the people associated with Ranni were all trying to elude the maybe outright mind control that was trying to be foisted on them by the two fingers. And yeah, so the grace bestowed by Marika may not be her doing alone, but in any case, wherever that grace is coming from, if it's the same grace that the Tarnished have, that was bestowed on the Tarnished, maybe also by Marika? Because Gideon had... Going into a bit of a lore mode here to start the day, but Gideon had wondered, or was... When we faced off against Gideon at the end of the game, he was very distraught by Marika apparently wanting the Tarnished to kind of just, I don't know, be at each other's throats or have to stir up ambition within them to some end that he wasn't pleased with. Might have to review some of that. I feel like that's another thing I'm constantly saying. Might need to review my notes. Might need to review the lore on all this, because there's so much that is just told so mysteriously and vaguely. It is a requirement to constantly be reviewing everything. So they have accepted his fate as much as he. The winged serpents versus the base serpent, which we did also read about on... Let me just go ahead and we'll just buy these, because we're going to have, we're gonna get all this stuff. Let's just read it in our inventory so we can more easily check some other things that we've picked up recently, including this Fire Knight helm, or Winged Serpent helm, I should say, that we got from Could. The little Fire Knight who could. A Winged Serpent. The Winged Serpent is the token creature of Mesmer's forces. It's a wise friend which keeps the base serpent at bay. When we first read that, of course, this was before the Mesmer fight, and it made no sense. Now, putting it into the context that we know, the base serpent versus the winged serpent. That's an interesting, there's probably some mythology at play there. I don't know if it's Japanese mythology, if there's something about winged snakes there that I'm not familiar with that might be influencing the writing. Black Greaves of Mesmer the Impaler. On his mother's wishes, Mesmer made himself a symbol of fear, undertaking the cleansing crusade she desired. Direct thy maledictions, thine ire, and thy grief towards me alone. Wait, who's the quote there? Is that Mesmer or Merica? Not sure. Direct thy maledictions towards me alone. Interesting. Let's give it a try. My fashion souls here that I've so carefully constructed will take a backseat for just a moment, as we always have to try out the new stuff. Give it a look. He's actually... I don't think I had realized my attention is not on... My attention is not quite was not quite drawn to the fact that Mesmer's... I guess there's a lot going on with Mesmer. There's fire and snakes, and you don't quite notice that, you know, dude was wanting to show off those quads and those hammies. So there's not much to his leggings, is there? Okay, you know, this is an okay outfit. It's an okay outfit, and maybe there's some pieces of this. I like the... take a little bit closer look at the bracelets here. The bracelet is, well, it's the bracelet on the right-hand side, and more of a full-on sleeve on the left. Might mix and match some aspects of that, but for now we're gonna this roly-poly boy, roly-poly onion twin blade boy. I'm having fun with Jarhead boy, and we're gonna stick with that for the moment. I should mention that I have done a respec. We picked up this new incantation, which requires 60 faith, and so I've done that. I actually spec'd out of strength quite a bit, because we haven't really... I put the high... we really invested in strength to get up to some of the bulkier great shields, like Visage Shield, but I haven't really been using Visage Shield in a while. It's a little bit... I like the shields that let me use my weapon skills. So... those shields that we have been using are much less intensive on the strength requirements. So, and also, the weapon that we're using at the moment is not super dependent on strength for scaling, so I don't think we're hurting our weapon damage all that much. We were hurting our seal damage. Our claw mark seal, of course, scales more consistently with strength. So actually, for the moment at least, our finger seal is a little bit more, has once again become a little bit more effective because of the enhanced faith scaling. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and use one of our 15 ancient dragon smithing stones, because we have 15 of them. And will I ever actually in my entire lifetime use 15 ancient dragon smithing stones? Not sure. There's a big question mark there, so we might as well use one on our finger seal, because it is a good option for us at the moment if we're throwing in Mesmer's Orb and other high-cost faith. It's not about the high cost of the faith, it's about the scaling. My cat laser brain is going in a few different directions here, but that takes care, I think, of our housekeeping in taking care of our respec and our fashion souls. And now we're gonna go back to we're going back to the Shadow Realm one way or the other, but we're going back to the Shadow Keep, because I had an idea. We need to go to the 4th floor and actually I need to go to the 7th floor, I think. we were trying to find, there's more to do in the storehouse, and I was trying to figure out how do we do that stuff, and I think my brain was just kaput after the fight with Mesmer, and I just wasn't connecting the dots. So I had an idea, though, that I think I need to go to the 7th floor to do this idea. My idea was, what if the lever, don't need to sit at the, going into Dark Souls mode here, warping between bonfires, what if the lever that controls the column in the middle, which is right over there. Actually, I needed to remind myself where that lever was, but I have done so. Do you like Mesmer's Orb? They're pretty resistant to fire. Pretty resistant to fire. They are pretty resistant. Pretty resistant to fire, as you would expect. But you gotta try. Gotta at least try. So, now that you are out of the way, let's see if we can get back to this lever, which we should not be... We shouldn't have too much trouble doing. Get down here. And use these guys to heal ourselves a little bit with our Godskin Talisman. And let's see. Oh shit, no it doesn't. Damn. I was thinking that maybe the key here is to actually spend not spend, but to you know, use the fact that we've unlocked warp points at higher elevations and use that to our advantage to position this centerpiece back in a its original spot, because maybe that would allow us, maybe that would put the platforms in the right positions for us to get to where we need to go. Where do we need to go is the question. Where exactly do we need to get? Where's the I haven't leveled up. I needed to level up, but I will if we're doing parkour here, I'll go ahead and I'm gonna quickly level up. I'm gonna quickly level up because I forgot to spend my runes. That was the other bit of housekeeping that we were supposed to do. Although I'm not totally sure what the best path is to in spending my runes. I had thought we could start leveling a couple different things if we don't need the strength as much. But there are still weapons that we might go back to that are strength based. So even though we don't get benefit really on our twin blade, we'll make the investment in strength for now, and we can always respec. So yeah, especially now that vigor is up to 60. This is the thing. I put 60. I had enough points to just go straight to 60 on vigor and straight to 60 on faith. So we are we've got some beefy HP. So we'll make the investment in strength, and Cat Laser Brain is going in a bunch of different directions because I want to figure this out. I want to figure out how we... Oh, I'm going too far down. I want to figure out how we... How do we get... How do we get to where we want to go? The parts of this place that have not revealed themselves yet, are they supposed to be... Do we need to reach them through some different parkour? What is the key? First of all, it's, you know, I need to, on a new recording session here, reestablish where... This place is so convoluted. It's tough to tell exactly where you're trying to get to. I can always orient myself by looking for the... No. What? Okay. Thought I was dead. Apparently I'm not dead, because I can actually reach this... I can actually reach this thing. I was so convinced that I was not going to be able to the other day. And now I'm just, I don't think I'm not in a spot that's actually helpful to me. I am so confused about where to go. You can't actually jump to the hand. That's hilarious. We could have actually made this. Oh my god. So, but I don't think this takes us anywhere now. This doesn't actually lead us anywhere useful, does it? Because we've been on top of these bookshelves, and now I think I'm just back into the same predicament that I was the other day, because the only idea that I had was to try and hit that lever and open up new pathways because of that. So now I'm gonna have to go back, I think, and just backtrack through this whole place once again, and that's not something I want to do right this second. So we're gonna have to put a pin. Man, that's frustrating, because I am looking forward to getting through this keep. There maybe is even an entire section that we haven't explored yet. I'm not totally sure, but there's also so much beyond it. There's a whole, I don't know, church or something up here. There's maybe another converted fringe tower here, which maybe I'm not so much looking forward to. There's a finger ruins. Like, there's all kinds of stuff. This crazy fucking Eye of Sauron behemoth structure over here. I want to get to it, but the only way to get to it, I think, is to figure out what we've missed in the Shadow Keep. But at the same time, while we mull that over, there are other things to do. We could make our way into the ruins of Rao, or we could make our way into the Stone Coffin Fissure. And I think that is where we'll start. The Stone Coffin Fissure is a place that I'm curious to know more about. The most important question probably is, who was in these stone coffins? Will we find that out? They gotta be some big boys, don't they? Maybe. It could be a whole lot of regular sized folks. Possibly. But we just don't know. So it's time to try and find out. That lantern really, really did nothing. Okay. The lantern, I feel like they've really nerfed its effectiveness here in the DLC. But we use it nonetheless, and we always have a torch ready for when we need that extra bit of light. Oozes. Oozes. Oh, and an omen. Oh, an omen. Are they omen? Or are they blood seekers, or... They're blood related. I feel like they're related to the omen. Why can I not target you? Hello? Why can I not target this ooze? Like, you're clearly... What the hell? Strange. You're really resistant to holy damage. That was so weird. Why did it take so long for me to be able to target it? Yeah, what is the correct... What is the correct path of descent here? Do not know for sure. There could be a few different paths. Fire's a little bit better. just a little bit. I do wish the blast radius on the Mesmer's orb was a little bit bigger. Some congealed putrescents, which we've picked up before. And 5 of them. 5 of them. Just barely missing the ooze. What did we determine works really well against these guys? You would think fire is good against oozes, and I guess it sort of is. Yeah. Fire's good. Fire is Gucci. I'm a little, you know, honestly, a little bit disappointed that we weren't able to make any progress in the Shadow Keep. That my idea of the lever did not pan out. So I'm going to have to get myself out of that slight disappointment. Oh man, I've already committed to some other. There's several different points of no return that I'm gonna want to go back up to the top, probably, and start again. I love that the running R2 seems to stagger basically everybody, except for, like, bosses, probably. And Crucible Knights. Oh, I guess we can go here. Okay. The paths perhaps connect regardless. What are you doing? Are you sleeping or praying? Well, never mind. It didn't, that did not stagger that guy, but he was in the middle of an attack, so. We did get the sleep debuff there, I noticed. The sleep debuff, which I mean, my memory could have failed me on this, but it does not, I do not remember that debuff happening to us at all during the base game. It might have happened and I just completely overlooked it. But I don't remember. I do also have sleep pots equipped because, not in particular because we were coming to an area that seems to be associated with Saint Trina and sleep, but it was more just to use them because I've had them in my inventory forever and I'm wearing a jar on my head. So you got to use your pots, you know? I see a spirit down there that we want to talk to. And this is probably a collapsing platform, right? This is a platform that just gives way because this is the way forward. Like, it's funny, you can see. We've played Elden Ring a lot and we just kind of know the gags, but you can kind of see, I think, like the breakaway point. Like right here. You can see the line. I said point. I meant line. You can see the line of demarcation as to where this thing is going to give way. We don't always see those coming, but this one we did. I hear 2 sets of footsteps. Okay, the other one is a little bit farther down. Fine. This guy is this guy has learned. He's seen too many of his comrades fall in battle to sneaky, conniving, backstabbing, tarnished. Oh god, that was terrible. Okay, they like their sleep. Are they affected by it, perhaps? You'd think that the enemy that uses the sleep pots is probably not going to be too phased by others trying to put them to sleep. Probably not. It would be pretty hilarious, though, if it is. If it is the case. Oh, I'm already down to 1 cerulean flask. I hope we get a refill on flasks here. Or we get a side of grace relatively soon, but I'm going to have to be a little more cautious about using those before then, I suppose. It does restrict me a little bit in my hiding abilities. Unless we use some throwing knives. Just use some throwing knives. That's the solution. You have throwing knives for a reason. Use them. Come on. Come on, throwing knives. There we go. I knew you had it in you. I knew you had it. Oh my god. Okay. I do wish that buff would last longer. The buff from the winged insignia. But it's fine. Aha! There is a Mikola Cross and a Side of Grace. Boom. Beautiful. I feel like I also hear a scarab. Oh! I heard the footsteps. I thought I was getting set up for a double team. So there are blood fiends, right? That's what they're called. Blood fiends. Bunch of blood fiends down here. But they all are using Saint Trina stuff. I want to get that weapon. That seems to have some sleep attached to it. But they also seem to be getting a little high on their own supply. Some of these guys seem to be a little bit on the stoned side. Just a little bit out of it, if you know what I'm saying. They drop string. Okay. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Why are you dropping what demi-humans drop? Why do you have string? What's the deal with that? I assume, yeah, there's no torrent. There's no torrent here. This is gonna be interesting to see if this leads us to the underground, quote unquote. Just want one of you. There we go. Just one, please. He just comes charging right down. I love that we're getting so much effectiveness, though, out of the the healing ability. They actually give you that's a sizable dose of sleep that gets dispersed. It's pretty good. But this healing that we're getting from the Godskin Talisman, so sweet. Let's get the Side of Grace first. And what is probably a Shadow Tree fragment. Easy. Mikola Cross. I abandoned here my love. So he had abandoned his doubt and vacillation up on the Cerulean coast right here. Now he's abandoned his love. Who is Saint Trina exactly? I just remembered another person that we're on the lookout for. I think on the lookout for is Thiollier. I did do, I'll just, off camera, I did do some backtracking through the Cerulean coast. I came all the way up here around the area above the fissure. And I kind of went along basically the entirety of the coastline. And I was looking for Thiollier. Didn't find him. So my thought was that maybe he is down in the fissure. If he is searching after Saint Trina, that would make a lot of sense if he ends up down here. So, gotta be on the lookout for Thiollier. Kindly Mikola, I see you've thrown away something you should not have under any circumstances. How will you salvation offer to those who cannot be saved, when you could not even save your other self? This is such a fascinating idea, that there is just a complete other self, like split personalities or something. That is what's going on with Saint Trina? Question mark. I abandon here my love. There's some... Is that... I thought they were banners at first, but now I think it's just goop. It's just goop, isn't it? That's hanging from this coffin. Okay. Wonderful. Let's redo our flasks a little bit. Give ourselves, Oh, I was at 12.2. That's the problem. 10.4. I was still in boss flasks alignment. Is there something over here? Looks like this could be death, but also it does feel a little bit navigable. Silly science death? No, not immediately. If they're letting you navigate a part of the world, now it might be silly science. Now, I think we're getting out of bounds a little bit too. And I don't see any item over here. But maybe there's a secret path, but if they don't, when they don't easily let you see an item or other point of interest that lets you kind of know, like, all right, you're supposed to keep going, then, although, wait a second. Oh, okay, hold on. There is a part down here. We can always warp right back up to the site of grace. So there's a part here. Aha, and there is a bit of crafting materials. Okay, nothing more in this direction. This music is interesting. It's not... It does feel a little bit... I don't know what it is about it, but it kind of feels different from most other Elden Ring music. I feel like there's a spot here to drop to. And there's still that grave bird that really looks... Got like a rainbow wing. Or not a rainbow wing, but like a Saint Trina purple colored wing. It's a sleepy grave bird, isn't it? How much do you want to bet? There is a path down here. Okay. And a cave? I hear oozes. I can just hear the sliminess on the ceiling. You just know it's gonna be there. Alright, we're just gonna... Oh, fuck. Unhand me. Un-ooze me. Get me out of here. Fuck. Velvet Sword of Saint Trina. Okay. Velvet Sword of Saint Trina. Did we pick anything else up that I missed? I think that is the only thing. Silver Sword of Saint Trina, now stained the color of velvet, inflicts eternal sleep. When Saint Trina was abandoned, the faint, light purple mists coalesce into an intoxicating purple, deep purple cloud. Mist of Eternal Sleep. Release a velvety purple mist that spreads across a wide frontal area. Afflicts foes with Eternal Sleep. We don't know exactly what Eternal Sleep is compared to just regular old sleep. Oh. What the hell? What the hell? Sure. Help yourself. Help yourself. I want to go in the... Wait, this is the cave that I just went in, isn't it? I was going to say, I want to go in the cave that's back here, but this was the cave. This was the cave. So, okay. So let's go ahead and... I don't think this is a sus wall. Let's just follow this and take on... This is a grave bird. AKA Sleepy Bird. You still got some hits in. Congrats. Congrats. You feel good about yourself? Why are these guys here though? Wait a second. Is this the first time we've seen these in the DLC? Old school base game glowworms, huh? Why are you motherfuckers here? The the marbles that just go flying. Love that. A sneeze coming on, but it did not materialize. I hate when that happens. Isn't that the worst, guys? The sneezes that just don't... Oh, it's the worst. God damn it. Hate that feeling. What the hell is going on here, man? I do love their wings, though. Very pretty. Anybody above me? That gray bird over there, I think, is looking the other way. Why are you guys... Okay. Is it because I'm standing up to charge my attack? They're hearing me all of a sudden? And they're reacting? That time I wasn't sneaking, so yeah, this... But they do seem to, like... They have a predetermined position that they're getting into. R2s. Keep the enemy stunned. Keep using those R2s. Yeah, this musical theme is so... It's good. It's very good. But it just... Maybe it's because of the... Is it the drums, maybe? I don't know what it is about the arrangement that just feels a little bit... Even from the DLC music that we've heard so far, it just doesn't feel quite the same. Oh! Oh, you guys have learned how to do laser beams finally. I thought that's what you guys were going to be doing the whole entire time. It took you all the way to the DLC to learn this trick. Okay. We'll just drink a flask here. Just drink a flask, because I gotta remember now, we do have with our FAP ring, and also how much could we get? We could actually get over 2k stamina, not stamina. Yeah, we could get up. Oh, dude, we could get our We got our health all the way up to almost 2,200 if we put on the +3 Crimson Amber Medallion. We have a much higher HP threshold than we've been used to, so getting those blast strings is not going to fill things up as much as before. But the the base game glowworms are back, and they have new tricks. There's 2 of you. Here, where was the other guy? The other guy's up on top of this. Oh, okay. Sacred Blade still one-shots you guys. That's good. This guy's just in non-stop. Do you have a battery? Does your battery run out eventually? You can't have infinite laser beams, can you? That's not right. Okay. Oh. Okay. I can see another one now at the end here that's going to be... Let's get to this one before he even gets any ideas. Let's actually... We can have a frenzy... We can have a snipe off. And see who is... You know what? He charges up so much more quickly than our frenzy burst is going to. I can just tell right now. Yeah, we're... I just knew we were not going to win that. So, instead, we must close the distance. Okay, so close range, they don't have a chance. Ooh, that was a drop-off there that I... that could have gone very badly. All right, now that the threats have been removed... Who knows? These guys might be threats of their own if they can figure out how to stand up. But for now, the immediate threats have been neutralized. So now we can take a closer look at things and try to reestablish where we are. Because now I'm a little bit turned around. Where did we come from, right? We came from up there, I suppose. Yep, we're looking in the direction that we started. So we want to head back over this way. Oh, we actually came around this way, didn't we? Oh, there it is down there. It's like, where's the path? Where's the path leading back? Right over here. Yeah, the little rock, the rock pile detonations we're well familiar with. Get you guys out of here. We must have... Oh, did I drop... I'm not going to be able to go back up, am I? Okay, well, I hope I didn't miss anything too important there. I'll probably backtrack it at some point, but I don't think I can get back up in that direction. That is not going to work. No torrent to help me. We're going to have to keep moving forward. Unfortunate, but... We had to take out laser beam sniper guys. There are so many sets of bombs waiting to go off. This is going to be fun. Thought I heard a scarab for a moment. I do see some enemies that we missed. There's no way to get back, huh? Dang. Okay. So, let's put a note at least here. Let me make... Can't really see the map of this part, so we're going to have to trust that there is more to explore here. Perhaps I might just do the backtracking off camera. Set it off. Set it off, boys. Oh, dang it. No hit run comes to an end. Rip, no hit. Oh, there's one more of you. Cool. Give me those extra 300 and whatever souls. I guess now we're heading back up to where we were just a moment ago. When we were hunting down glowworm snipers. And we're slowly making our way to... Oh, there's a... Oh my gosh. There's actually a there's a huge gaping hole in the side of this coffin. It's making me think of Aldrich, actually. It's Aldrich's coffin, guys. That's what we found. Of course. Of course. And this time he ate St. Trina. He's just everywhere. Aldrich cannot be stopped. I apparently can't jump over this here. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's gotta be some items on the other side of this little ledge. Gotta be. Gotta be some stuff to find. Some very important smithing stones. And nectar blood virgin. Okay. Alright. Definitely an area that I'll want to explore through a second time. To be 100%. And probably a lot of areas in the... I'm still bugged about the Shadow Keep. I want to figure out the Shadow Keep. We might go back there later this episode. We'll see. That was not a little lip I could roll over. Okay. But it worked out. It's fine. All is well. Oh, there's a site of grace. All is well that ends well. There is actually an item there. Let's look at the site of grace. I was thinking like, oh, why are you running away from the site of grace before actually activating it? Don't be a dingus. Remember, kids. Don't be a dingus. This is the way I wanted to get that item. We might as well just sit as well. Grave Glovewort 7. Okay. Something tells me... Well, let's just see. Let's just see what we've got here. We'll go ahead. We will sit and get our flasks topped off. Not really close to a new level. So, no good reason to pop any runes. I love the purple reflection. The lighting is really cool in here with the subtle purple that's being added to things. No Shadow Realm Blessing yet, though. Either. So, oh yeah, what was the name of the... Fissure Waypoint. Very descriptive. Fissure Waypoint. So there is actually a way to go down, but I also... There should be a way to get around to that. Oh, skellies. I was like, what's the... what's the... Wait a second. Are these... These are like DS1 skellies. What the hell? This is... A gross messer? The fuck is that? The fuck is a gross messer? Dude, these are literal DS1 skellies. Except they have like some, I don't know, tar or something coming out of them. But yeah, this is like, I'm in the catacombs. And this guy's got a parrying shield. You gonna try to parry me? Were you gonna try to parry me, dude? I suggest not. Because I already have, oh my god. Bro. That's an ooze right there. Holy fuck. Why are there DS1 skellies in Elden Ring, guys? Who thought that was something we should bring back? I'm just curious to see whether we can give Scarlet Rot to an ooze. We can. Science has been performed. We can, in fact, give Scarlet Rot to an ooze. What about, you know what? Maybe we can do all the science here. Let's see. Can they bleed? Nah. Go. There's no way they bleed, right? They don't have any blood. There's no blood! What about frostbite? I think this builds up frostbite. It might be more effective to use. There it is! They can be frosted. Oh, look at that frosty ooze. That's funny. Okay, and then you finish off the frosty ooze with a good dose of Mesmer's Orb. Man, the animation on that is just so freaking cool. Love it. So random, just a giant ooze in here. Okay, wow, you drop a lot of putrescence. That's awesome for us, I guess. Man, now that I have the DS1 catacombs in my head, I remember there was like one part of that catacombs where there was, I can't even describe it, but I remember there's like a skelly archer that's in a raised position, and you're like, how do I get to that skelly archer? And like 2 minutes later, you're there. It's just the winding, twisting paths of the catacombs. But why are they... That's so random that the skeletons... just... Everything comes back to DS1. There's more to explore in that cave system, but I feel like... Oh no, that's the site of grace right there. Oh shit. So... Oh, here it is. I was like, aren't we supposed to be making our way to the coffin that has the colored ooze dripping out of it? The Aldrich coffin. That's what I'm trying. Maybe that's what this cave system is going to do. It is going to lead us to the Aldrich coffin. What the hell is a gross messer? Curved sword boasting a large blade. This weapon is designed to make use of its weight in combination with its sharp cutting edge. A thoroughly reliable choice of weapon for those who can master its particulars. I guess that's what the DS1 skeletons carry around. I don't think I've ever looted a gross messer in DS1, so I don't know that exists as an actual thing. But okay. Not in DS1 at least. It exists now. Is that a misbegotten? God damn it. A leonine misbegotten. Ooh. I was like, surely you must bleed. But you do kind of have like this gold phantom business going on, so maybe not. What the fuck? Oh my god! What the fuck was that? That was amazing. I want that. Please tell me you dropped that. Dude, is he doing Crucible Knight stuff? feel like he's doing Crucible Knight moves. Or is he doing Artorias? Wait, what the hell is going on here? Gale, Artorias. There's been so many different... You did drop the spell. Thank you. I appreciate that. Wow. Why? That's such a random combination for a Leonine Misbegotten. For a Leonine Misbegotten to have whatever this business is, multi-layered Ring of Light that continuously inflicts damage. Yeah, I want to try that. Incantation of those who served Mikola. Produces a multi-layered ring of golden light, inflicting continuous damage on those struck by it, and you can charge it to extend duration and increase potency. This light ring incantation was cultivated by a tradition separate from Golden Order fundamentalism. Ooh, look at the scroll, or the parchment on which it almost looks like it's like cloth fabric that the spell has been inscribed upon, but it's got the Mikola symbol there. I want to try that. I want to try the Mikola offshoot of Golden Order. I want to try it. But I'm not ready to go back to the side of grace just yet, so we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait just a little bit longer, but I'm thinking, well, I don't know. Can we actually make it inside? I don't think we can make it inside that hole. There's no phrasing. There's no way to, there's no ledge to drop down to it. I mean, we gotta, let's just keep going. Just keep going. Stop thinking. Don't think, just play. There's another side of grace that I see. So many sites of grace. That's very generous of them, because you know what? I have a new spell I want to try. Whoa. Whoa. What in the hell? Bro. This is so crazy. There are just, I don't know if this is every wildlife critter in the game, but this is, they've all come to hang out at this site of grace. Is this, are they just, there might be a lore reason for this, but also, are they just giving us, saying, you know what, for those of you who really, you don't want to just go out to a particular place in Limgrave or the Cerulean Coast, or wherever you might have found where you're going to farm for beast liver, or four-toed foul feet, or whatever the case may be, we're just going to give them to you. And I wouldn't be surprised if this side of grace is just called crafting materials farming point. Because that's kind of what this feels like. Otherwise, why are you all just sitting here? They actually look like they're sleeping, don't they? Saint Trina has put them all to sleep. If I roll around, do I wake them up? That's so crazy. I almost feel bad though. Like, can I really farm the helpless, sleeping woodland creatures? Okay, let's be honest. Of course I'm gonna farm them when I need this. When I actually need four-toed foul feet and beast liver, you know where I'm going to be coming. You know it, but that is so random. DS1 skeletons. What is this area? And now, holy shit. Okay. Let's equip our new spell, shall we? Fissure Depths. Memorize spell. And, Oh, you know, I forgot we can charge this. I was thinking to myself, man, I wish this did more damage. We can charge it. I gotta remember that. I hate getting rid of my sniper spell, but I think in this case, maybe we'll swap out Gnaw. We'll swap out the Swarm of Flies. Because we gotta try. The Rings of Light. Okay, and, you know, I said I almost feel bad. This is another nice thing of having a whole bunch of critters in one place, even though one of them over here, you, my friend, are doing some weird, well, not when I'm focused on you, apparently, but when the camera, when the camera is just ever so slightly moving you to the side of the frame, you're doing a little bit of levitation. Don't look at it. But you have woodland creatures here to test stuff against. That actually does not do a lot of damage. The damage, that was actually quite disappointing, I have to say. I even charged that. So... there is a bit of an incline, I suppose. So its ring of effect is a little bit thrown off by the incline. The initial impact is a little bit stronger. But okay. All right. We should try it out. We'll give it a go and see exactly how effective it is against different enemies. So now, are we on the Aldrich Coffin? Is this the one? We might be. I almost feel like I'm walking up to a boss fight. Was half expecting like a dragon or a gargoyle if we're going back to DS1. I suppose we already did the Valiant Gargoyles DS1 thing. What else can we bring back from DS1, guys, that would just be absolutely awesome? What would we love to bring back from DS1? I would love to bring back Artorias, you know? Let's just say this is Artorias' coffin. That's what it is, guys. All this time, Saint Trina actually turns out to be Artorias. And we get to do another Artorias fight. That's the real truth. Oh, please, grant me the courage to fly to your feet, my dearest Saint Trina. To fly to your feet. What is it with the feet? Always with the feet. And hesitation and all that. All those jokes. Are we on the Aldrich Coffin? I actually can't really... I want to say yes, but it's a little hard to tell from this angle. This can't be the end of the road, though, is it? This can't be the end of the road. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe that's all we came down here for, really, was to get the Fissure Depths checkpoint and all the woodland creatures hanging out by that checkpoint. So I think there must have been another path, though, that something that we passed by that led in another direction, because it doesn't really feel like this should be the end of the road. Maybe it is. And maybe there is, you know, maybe the, or or I'm supposed to take a plunge. Maybe I am supposed to take a leap of faith and follow. Maybe the idea here is that, you know, this is Saint Trina's coffin, and that she has burst from the coffin into the depths, because there's more coffins down there. Let's look around, though, first. Let's look around a little bit more and see, just make sure that we didn't miss anything, because I thought there was another... Am I gonna be able to make this jump? Yes. That little DS1 ledge. Oh, the big ooze actually respawns. As do the skeletons. Do the skeletons actually... I don't know if they actually die as a result of the rings of light. Where'd you go? There you are. The problem is you gotta hit them with 2 rings of light, and even then they don't. It's not one of those holy spells that actually puts the finishing touches on the skeletons. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's decided, well, somebody put him in timeout, and he's just meant to stand against the wall. Oh, wait a second. There is... Oh. You have fire bombs? You have fire bombs? What? Question mark? Okay, there is an item here that we have not picked up, so there's more to the story. How do we get to that item? What have I missed? Just drop down here? That might be it. It's kind of a far fall, but I guess we could make it a less far fall if we go like this. Okay, got it. Got it. Okay. Felt like there was more to find. This might just be a little bonus side path, though. Mass of putrescence. Expecting oozes to drop on my head at every turn. It is a sorcery. Flings a great mass of putrescence. A hex, I suppose, because it does take quite a bit of faith as well. Excuse me. Sorcery originating from the putrid liquor of the stone coffins. It really does have a... the oozes do give off a very eldritch vibe. Flings a great mass of putrescence that bathes its landing area in ghost flame. In an age-long past, death was burned by ghost flame. Even the remains of tainted flesh were given equal treatment in death. Look at these guys up here. Just waiting. Just waiting. Oh my god. Unhand me! Let me free! What was that? This guy's like, what happened to my skelly friend? What? There is a skelly archer! There's more than one skelly archer. They did bring back the DS1 skelly archers. Jesus Christ. And he was on this ledge. Right? This is the ledge that's above the ooze. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's so funny how these things just kind of come full circle. I love the arrow stuck in the jar head there. Okay. Unfortunately, though, we did not find a we didn't find a path forward per se. We found a little bit of loot that we missed, but it does seem like this the fissure depths is the end of the road, which is kind of, it feels a little premature. It felt like there was going to be, I don't know, at least a mini boss or something to contend with at the end of our adventure into the stone coffin fissure. But it doesn't seem like it. The only other thing I can think to do is to take a silly science death here because of this ghost. Like there's a, it's a very speaking of DS1, by the way, this walk up the stairs, that's what really I should have been expecting, was a giant crow to come popping up as we leave the undead asylum here. I wait here and I do the erudition, light the way. Oh, I should put on my glintstone crown now. Erudition, light the way. Actually, we will do that. We will do that. Hold on. We're going to do it. Twin stage style. Erudition. Light the way. And that's when the giant crow comes and picks you up. That's when it happens. The only thing I can think to do here is to take the plunge and see what happens. Probably just going to be a silly science death. Oh, please grant me the courage to fly to your feet, my dearest Saint Trina. Yeah, this feels very much like the clue that was given to us in the dragon pit, doesn't it? So either I'm going to look very silly or I'm going to look like a genius. And I feel like both of those are a win. No way. No fucking way. Let's fucking go. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. Everything they have man. The purple goop. This is very much, I can't help but think of Medira's boss room right off the bat. The color scheme is far too similar, and the cave. I mean, gosh, I almost want to boot up my DS3 footage right now to check and see. Who are we summoning? Thiollier. Dang. Is Saint Trina actually like an Aldrich ooze fight? Is Saint Trina just some massive mimic tier? Or something like that. All right, Thiollier. One for the road. A one-time affair with Thiollier. And we hit you with the trickle heal. And yeah. We see what we get. Wait, Putrescent Knight. Whoa, what the fuck was that? Whoa, what the fuck? What am I even looking at? Okay, dude, first of all, why are you wielding what feels like the Orphan of Cause weapon? Okay. Your horse... This is... What in the fuck am I looking at? What is your face? What is... What the fuck? Dude, you're doing Orphan of Cause type stuff, and I hate it. Those are Orphan of Cause style attacks. I do not like it. Whoa, okay, the Rings of Light were actually pretty good against you, although maybe you don't have a lot of health. Look at its head though. What is that head? Celestial Emissary? Wait, Celestial, those, what the fuck? And then, and also, it feels like you're trying to mimic some skeletons that you've seen. if you are actually like a mimic tier, some sort of, you don't quite know how to put together a skeletal framework, right? You're just doing your best with what little you know. This is so strange. So fucking strange. I'm still kind of mostly rolling around because we have a summon that's helping us, and I don't want that to be determining the fight, but also taking some time to try to digest what is before my eyes. It's so weird. It's so fucking weird. Hi. All right, what do we do, guys? What do we do here? Time to do something other than just dying. Okay, well, never mind. Never mind. So much for... I wasn't really... I was so taken by the boss, I really was not paying attention to any of Thiollier's moves. To be honest, I'm not super impressed by what I'm seeing from Thiollier there. Not exactly the most impressive... the most impressive showcase that I've seen. The poison perfume bottles. Yeah, I don't know. Nah, it's just not my thing. It's just not my thing. So, what the fuck? Putrescent Knight. So fucking bizarre. I think, though, we might try to go for Scarlet Rot like we've been doing. Get an initial dose of Rot at the beginning of the fight, potentially. And then as far as other spells go, I think I'll give myself... Didn't seem like there was a lot of magic damage or other affinity-based damage being thrown our way. I think we can... Frenzied Burst... Not going to be a one I want to utilize. The multi-layered Rings of Light, possibly, could be good. Mesmer's Orb also could be good. And Ghost Flame Breath could be good. These could all be good, potentially. So, we are going to see how it goes. I still, though, we're kind of mainly built around the Twin Blade still, so that is the main... I would like that to be the main focus of our damage until otherwise we decide to direct our focus. Another thing similar to the Midir fight, the long plunge downward. This one's actually much farther down though. Oh goddamn. Okay, and we go right into the fight. Fuck. I gotta get my runes back. Rot activated. The delay on your attacks, my dude. Oh man, this is a bit unideal. This is a bit suboptimal with the fact that I think I might have to commit to my runes being gone because there's several things that are playing against me here. One of them is the fact that this run back, I kind of hate it. I don't like the fact, like, it's cool the one time that, like, oh shit, we're dropping into the vase, and then it's like, oh fuck, now I gotta run to the far end of this thing every time, and I gotta do the fall all the way down into the fissures. Like, oh my god, can we expedite this process, please? And then on top of that, we're right thrown into the fight. The way he remounts the horse. Excuse me, what? What the fuck? Ghost Flame. Fucking... Bro! What the fuck? God damn it. Why is there so much of this bullshit? Why? I'm fucking pissed off right now, dude. I'm fucking pissed off. Fuck the... That is ridiculous. Okay. All right. Okay, so there's not just physical damage to worry about. There's fucking Ghost Flame that just fucking doesn't stop. Fuck. Okay, this fight's already got me fucking perturbed. I am so fucking pissed off at this fight. I'm glad that we're able to get Scarlet Rot going. That's great for us. Now Ghost Flame Breath is probably not going to be as great for us because that's not a Ghost Flame enemy is not going to be particularly affected by that, are they? Probably not. So what are we left with? This stuff, I guess. Yeah, it's it's the frustration of a new enemy. It's a new enemy, and the attack patterns are different than every other enemy that we faced before. The attack timings, and the fact that the horsey also just runs over your face. It's like, oh, I've got an opening to drink. The horsey just comes charging out of the goop. The two-legged fucking goop horse. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. You would think that fire would be really effective here. Man. It's this twin blade is a lot of fun when you are just, you know, when you're just doing what you're doing, going around the world, and then you think about how the build works in a boss fight. Not as good. not as effective. And so I think we're gonna tech back into the spell lineup that we were kind of doing against Mesmer. Do this and have our increased effectiveness of, or the increased duration of spells. Just do something like that. And yeah. Oh shit, I forgot. The thing I was gonna do. We're gonna take a little break because I forgot. I was like, we need to check back in with the Horn Scent Grandam. Shit, I forgot. I'm all over the place today. I'm getting a little frustrated. We didn't get answers in the Shadow Keep. The lever didn't work the way I wanted it to, so that was frustrating. And then I forgot to go check in with Horny Granny, not just to get more soup, but also to see if she has any reaction to the fact that we took out fucking Mesmer. We got our revenge. Although it didn't seem like Hornsent felt super great about it. Dude, there's something already different. She's not saying the, oh, horn-decked beast from Higher Sphere delivered, right? Doesn't she always say that when we come in here? Things are already different.
Heaven's great and gallant sculpted keeper, I know it in my bones. Thy deed is done. A worthy deed, no doubt, to bring our foes what surely was deserved recompense. Oh, heaven hath borne witness to our plight. Thy gleaming wrath and unparalleled dance. Though a trifle it might seem to thee, I have prepared a dish in celebration. 'Twould please me much if thou might partake. Partake, until thou art sated.
Oh, we got an upgraded version of the Scorpion Stew Gourmet Edition. Let's fucking go. Gourmet Scorpion Stew.
Sculpted keeper, I offer my thanks. Thou danced with passing wrath and beauty, such that rightfully avenged we would be. I have never known such joy as this.
That's great. I was hoping we would get a similar reaction from Hornsent after the fight. I'm still kind of puzzled why he felt. Maybe it's just maybe it's what always happens in revenge films, or maybe not always what happens, but what often happens is you get your revenge and you realize that it doesn't actually fill the hole inside of you. It doesn't really absolve or bring the resolution that you want it to.
Sculpted keep, oh great art thou by this old maid, unduly pushed into facing such labors as thou didst. Has our grave resentment fettered thee? With such bounteous fury didst thou dance. I cannot presume thou didst not suffer. Please, I ask thee, allow thyself some rest. None of the tower would dare interfere, and if one should, I'll see to them myself.
Take a load off, she says. You've done a lot. There's no rest for the weary, Hornsent. Horned Garandum, we must press on. The Lord of Chaos, Jarhead, Sculpted Keeper must never stop, especially when there's a fucking Putrescent Knight to fucking deal with.
Apologies, oh noble.
She keeps going, though.
But wouldst thou permit me a little rest?
Oh, she...
Mine eyes are oft apt to glaze over. The years taking their toll, 'tis plain to see. Even telling dream from reality is a task increasingly beyond me.
I mean, just a suggestion, you know, who am I to really criticize? But, you know, you might want to go whatever the manicure pedicure version equivalent is of horns that are covering your eyes. You might want to get that looked at. Just a suggestion.
Apologies.
Okay, we finally got to her. She had a lot of new dialogue there. She did give us a new item, which hopefully is one that we can get replenished. I certainly hope so. Has anything new on the partake until thou art sated. But it does seem to have a similar effect as to before, hopefully an upgraded effect. The thoughts and feelings of the cook melt and blend into the stew, but those who can distinguish the taste of love are few and far between. Okay, so that will replace our just regular old, just grade C average scorpion stew. Now that shit has been upgraded. Where the hell is it though in my There it is. Gimme, gimme, gimme. What I also want is I want to put magic damage reduction. Because I'm pretty sure from the little bit of off-camera testing that I did do on some birds up in the Cerulean Coast, Ghost Flame appears to be just, it's not actually fire, but it is just magic affinity based on the fact that my fire tier in my Flask of Wondrous Physic does not actually boost it. So, okay, just trying to simplify the bar here and think of anything else that I might want to. We could give ourselves just actual damage, magic damage negation as well. We're looking for the +3 version of the magic protection. Hopefully we'll come across that at some point. But I guess we're going back. I guess we're going back to the fucking... I think what I might do, I want to get those runes. I would like... It's not a negligible amount of runes at this point. It's almost 200k runes. And I hate losing runes, man. I just fucking hate it, you know? It's just... I just can't stand it. So this one, we might actually... I still had faith in here. And I wasn't even using my Flask of Wondrous Physic either. We're going to temporarily give the Twiggy Cracked tier to our Flask of Wondrous Physic. And we're going to go just get our runes back. So it's going to count as a death. It will not count. We will not count it as a boss attempt. Similar to how we did against the ancient dragon Senesax. We're just going in for our runes. A rune retrieval mission, and then we will think about how we might want to change around the build. I need to... oh, that's nice that the runes are actually so much closer. That's a good one. Let's drink. And then give ourselves over. Take me, Putrescent Knight. Do your worst. Do your worst. Yep, yep. There you go. Get me. Get me. How did you miss? How in the world did you miss that first time? Okay. 172,000 tiers are headed back with us, and I will take just a moment here and pop the runes needed to level up. All right, we'll put another point in strength, and that'll do it. And I also have adjusted a bunch of other stuff here. I've got magic protection on my spells. We've adjusted our shield. We're going to take some boiled crab. We're going to do all these things, and it's just going to be a grand old time that we're going to have fighting a Putrescent Knight. I think I'm also getting a little tilted by this guy because he has... It's not a placenta, per se, but it sure feels like the fucking Orphan of Cause. I guess we can be at least grateful that this guy is not making a peep. There is no actual... There's no vocal cords. this guy... Oh, man. There's no... I forgot to change my Flask of Wondrous Physic. Oh, well, it's fine. I guess we're going to get our 154 runes back as well. So... Drink that. Take boiled crab. And do Scarlet Ionia. Okay, so he doesn't actually... I thought there was a final swing that he was gonna... When he... Just because he puts the... Whatever this is, glaive over his head, doesn't mean that he's necessarily gonna swing it at us. Like right there, he's just kind of like gearing up for the next attack. So... Oh, here it is. Here's the Ghost Flame? No, okay, not Ghost Flame. Now we do Ghost Flame. Run away? No. Roll through it. He's got his own fucking whirligig. I guess we have to roll through the Ghost Flame, though. Oh, the fucking horse. God damn it. Everything is so delayed. Just enough delayed. Right there. Okay, so he doesn't really follow attack patterns in sets of 3. It's more like right there, that's just 2. Oh, fuck, Ghost Flame. Oh, it starts out and comes back in. Oh, shit. See, there was an attack of 3. God damn it. Should have gone for the... Should have gone for the Ring of Light. Should have gone for the Ring of Light. See, that time you did 3. Fuck. Gotta be a better way. Gotta be a better way. Fuck the horse. The goddamn horse, man. Oh, fuck. Seriously? I just needed one more hit. I just needed one more hit, and I fucking, god damn it. Hesitated because I kept like, frustration, man, frustration. I was expecting another attack. Simple as that. I was thinking there was going to be another fucking, hold on. Let's get our Flask of Wondrous. Just get the Flask of Wondrous Physic. Do anything that actually does something other than a twiggy cracked here, and that will get you over the finish line. Holy, please, because this Ring of Light is actually doing okay against you. What a fucking... It's not even that difficult of a boss because it just doesn't have very much health, but it's such a fucking turd. Like, just instantly annoyed as fuck against this boss, and I want it to be over. What the fuck? I'm like pissed beyond all reason. There's really no reason at all for this boss to be having this effect on me, and yet it is. So there you go. The horse coming out of the water has to be one of the most annoying parts of this. I just hate it. No, God. It's kind of better not to charge it. If you charge it, he's liable to move by the time you're ready to go for another attack. I don't know. This one is so... What? That was different. There was not like multiple waves. I'm confused. Oh, the fucking horse every time, man. Every fucking time, dude. Definitely not a masterclass in dodging here. by any stretch. That one I'm gonna charge. All right, you're out of here, punk. Legend Felled, and it's a remembrance boss. Okay, we get a remembrance. Look at that. Remembrance. All I want to do is forget. Why are you gonna make me remember this shit? All tainted flesh eventually becomes putrescence. And this, I thought it said chump. This chump, this clump of it imbibed St. Trina's nectar, which granted it eternal rest. And so it was that putrescence became her knight. Oh man, what a knight in shining armor. Get the fuck out of my game, you chump. Chump putrescence. I hate it. Most hated boss in the whole DLC. Completely uncalled for level of disgust and hatred for said boss. But it is what it is. It do be what it do be. I want to do a little bit more popping of souls, because that's the mood that I'm in. We're gonna do one of these. We're gonna do one of those, and then we're gonna do, if I can properly execute math within my noggin after being tilted off the, not tilted off the face of the earth, but suffering an undue amount of tilt at the hands of the Putrescent Knight. I think I want 3 of those. Oh, I'm still way short. I was trying to aim. What was I trying to aim for? I need that completely threw off my math now. Now I don't know what I'm going for. We're just gonna do. You know what I should do is I should just take all 99 of these. That'll work, right? I don't want to do 99 of those. Let's do 51 of them. Actually, I did want 99. Shit. I have so many of these golden rune ones that have never been used. Just pop them all. Fuck it. Pop them all. And give me another useless point in strength. It'll come in handy at some point, I'm sure. Oh, it actually does scale up my, I switched to my flame art. My flame art palm weapon. Maybe we'll do that for a bit. We will switch to, we'll switch back to the turtle shield. And we will switch to give ourselves more stamina. And is there something that can, I wonder if we can do this same build that we had going with the twin blade, but just do it with the fist. Successive attacks restore HP. There should be a way to get that to trigger, right? Same thing with this. Let's see if we can make it work with the palm weapon. And we'll be roly-poly Jarhead Monk Boy. Right? We can at least try. And that's all you can really hope for. At least try.
Trina. Oh, Trina. What velvety ambrosia is this? Your poison and the sweet sleep that follows. Oh, please, let me hear your voice.
Your poison and the sweet sleep that follows? Are we looking at St. Trina? Hold on. Hold on. I wasn't expecting there to be NPC interaction so soon. Gotta get all my items in order here. Hold on. Thiollier is here. But also... Whoa. Oh, there is a face there. Oh my god, it took me a second. Because I'm... There's like tree roots instead of feet. But it also felt like we're looking at a person. A lady with hair. Except I thought she was facing the other way. And now I see this business with this creepy ass face poking out from under the hair. What the fuck? That's not what I wanted to do. I meant to do it. I meant to talk.
Then you too must have paid a visit to St. Trina's garden of deepest purple. I'm drifting off in the sea of her poison. Soon I will hear her voice. Let me be. I won't be long.
Don't do it. Stay awake. Stay awake, dude. Don't do it. This music is absolutely gorgeous. I'm kind of in a memeing, silly mood, but the mood that is being set by the music and the color palette, this very dreamy, eternal sleep sort of mood. So well done. But don't fall asleep. Don't do it, Thiollier.
Oh, I almost forgot. You mustn't follow my example. St. Trina's poison would plunge you into an eternal slumber. It must be me, and only me. I am gone, adrift in sleep, so that I may hear St. Trina's lost voice. Let me be. I won't be long. I am gone, so that I may... Let me be.
I won't be long. St. Trina's poison, he keeps calling it. It does feel like there should be a face on the other side here, but it sure enough, though, is on this side. And it's here. What the fuck is going on? Are you asleep as well? Look at those eyelashes. Okay, I thought those were the eyelashes from a distance. I thought they were like creepy eyes just staring at us. But you're asleep as well. Oh. Wait, hold on a second. Wait a second. Not yet. Imbibed nectar. Is this St. Thiollier's concoction? That was my first thought when I went, oh, this is where we use what he cooked up for us. It's a condensed somniferous elixir. The ebony sleep he concocted had not the sweetness of nectar nor the gentleness of rest's embrace. There's no wording in here. It does say nectar, but it says his concoction did not have the sweetness of nectar, nor the gentleness of rest's embrace. So when it's prompting us to imbibe nectar, I don't think that's what we're talking about. Not Thiollier's concoction, but something that Trina herself is giving us. We're gonna do it, obviously. Are we? Obviously, I say.
I am gone.
He sort of
Be.
he sort of warned us not to, right? Saint Trina's Disciples Cookbook 3, which now gives us the ability to craft a lulling branch. Slowly builds up sleep while gradually restoring FP. What? You get a trickle heal, but you also... That's such a peculiar effect. When this sleep reaches the threshold of causing temporary fogginess, no FP loss is incurred. In the midst of drowsiness, there is the will to awaken, feelings that rise from the depths of one's heart. Does that mean that when sleep normally when sleep actually takes hold, we actually lose FP? Did this happen to us once in the base game and I just completely forgot? I want to go sit at the Side of Grace once and see if there's any update with see what happens with Thiollier before we imbibe the nectar.
I am gone.
Same.
So that I let me be.
Okay. Don't know what this is going to do. Don't know exactly if this is good or bad. But that's Dark Souls. That's Elden Ring. This is what you do. You just say yes. When in doubt. Imbibe whatever the heck the weird-ass creepy purple NPC is handing you. It looks so funny with the jar head. Oh, man. Ah, and there it is. Huh? What? Excuse me?
I am gone. Adrift so that I may let me be.
What in the fuck? You get the option to kill yourself. I must be missing something. Like, maybe it's just a funny gag, but something tells me that there's something else. That we should be able to do here. Like, it's basically having the same effect that Thiollier's concoction purports to have. We take a sip of St. Trina's nectar and it puts us to sleep, except it's actually death. But that's the same thing that Thiollier's concoction would do, theoretically. I feel like there must be some way to, like, imbibe the nectar without dying. There's got to be more to the story here. I feel like this is one of those things, like the Converted Fringe Tower, where maybe if you went online, there might be some message here that would be helping you, like, wear this particular helm, or drink this particular item first, and then imbibe the nectar, or something. And maybe that will come to me. Maybe I'll have a thought, an idea on what to do. But in the meantime, the Garden of Deep Purple. That will be where St. Trina and Thiollier hang out for the time being. So, what a crazy fucking... This stinking game. Let's take a look at these boss soul options. So bizarre. No new fashion souls, of course. But a new remembrance, which could yield us Putrescent's Cleaver, Strength plus Arcane. Does build up frost. Weapon wielded by the Putrescent Knight, a great cleaver of hardened putrescence affixed to an arch fashioned from human bones. Gains power from the wielder's arcane attribute. Spinning guillotine, hold the putrid blade at both ends and arch body backwards to deliver a powerful overhead chop. Yep. Frickin' Orphan a cause move. Repeated inputs deliver follow-up attacks for as long as stamina allows. Wow. Strong attack performs a leap, followed by a spinning attack. And then you get also a hex. Vortex of Putrescence. Launches a whirl of putrescent jets that bathe the surroundings of all they touch in ghost flame. In an age long past, death was burned by ghost flame. Huh. Don't know how to feel about it all, if I'm being honest. Don't know exactly how to feel about it all. I think what I'm gonna do though is this is where we will wrap up this installment of Elden Ring. It just feels like that's a good stopping point for us. I have things that I want to do. I do want to be re-exploring the keep, and I think I will be doing that as a bit of an interlude activity in between episodes, because I really want to figure out how we're gonna get. I want to figure out the mysteries in the keep, because there's so much that feels like is locked off away from us until we can figure that all out, and it feels like I'm just barely missing something. Obviously the West Rampart and the ancient ruins of Rao do await us, and potentially there's also something down here, or I mean there is obviously another region of the map to unlock here, which I'm not totally sure if that, I feel like it's probably also. Oh, here's one thing we can do. Since we're doing silly science, let's do one last little, hold that. I had this on my list of to do. I gotta go back to Shadow Realm. I was wondering, the Moorth ruins. I kind of held myself back from taking the plunge because I was just like, it looks like it's gonna kill us. This fall into the Moorth ruins. Is it possible though? Is it possible that maybe it's not a lethal fall? Is that a possibility? If I can remember where to go here. I think this was it, right? This door right here. Get you out of the way. I don't know why. Just because. Just because. But then from here, you know, there's a world where we could actually survive. Feels like it's just not that far of a fall. I want it to be a fall that we could survive. Hold on. I don't think the cat ring is gonna help us out here. I don't think, but maybe Torrent would. Could Torrent potentially help us? Because we don't have to dismount Torrent, do we? Torrent can help us here. Torrent doesn't really help us. Because the thing is that I think the fall, it feels like the death that happens from long falls happens, you don't get to like brace your fall by doing a double jump with Torrent, you know? Wait a second. Oh shit. Okay, we were right there. We were right on the cusp. Oh my god. And look at this. There's a passageway, I think, that might go out to Jarburg. Except, can I make it... Okay, hold on. If I go down to that item, I'm not sure that I can actually make it back up here. So... Other than just going and redoing the jump that I just made. So that obviously could be a thing. Oh my god, that's a whole nother fall down in that direction. Okay. Wait. Of course I have to be able to get up there. Oh, but look at this. Oh, never mind. Oh, wait. What the fuck? Okay, there are so many twists. There are so many twists and turns in the tunnels here that I, Oh, shit. Bro, there was so much more to this. There was so much more to this that we could have done. Okay, let's go one step at a time here then. Oh, there's a whole bunch of enemies down here as well. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. This is cool. This is cool. We've got a little bit more to do here. Perhaps a lot more to do. Maybe a lot more. I do kind of like how we're serving up a dish. We're like the waiter, serving up a dish of Miquella's golden goodness. Yep. It's got a nice little range to it as well. That's not what I wanted to do. What is in the chest, pray tell? A new incantation? Golden arcs? Releases a procession of golden arcs with a swing of the arm. Sorcery of the Inquisitors of the Tower, wielded as an incantation of the spiral. Oh yeah, the spiral architecture that is associated with Belorat. The arcs resemble barbs, a known symbol of coercive questioning. Well, I want to try that as well, of course. So many new incantations to try out. And a whole new part of the world. Okay, so maybe this all was not completely locked behind the Shadow Keep. Holy shit. The verticality and the layering of the world in this DLC is so gosh darn good. But man, does it get me confused. It makes it so challenging to navigate. Which is great in one regard, but it's also freaking stressful in another. Because how do I truly know? Oh, it's you. I was like, who in the world is crying? Who is crying down here? Totally didn't see you. Trying to stay... Trying to keep from getting completely turned around, though. And lost in the sauce is quite the adventure. Okay, where does this lead? A ladder through a well? A ladder out of a well? Where do we be going here? Shadow Jarberg. 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 Yes. Bonnie Village. And I can summon right off the bat? Okay. There we go, folks. Mystery has been solved. Holy shit. Holy shit. We did not necessarily... We might still, in order to get to this, we may have to solve the Shadow Keep. I just realized another thing that I'm still not sure about is how to get here. Perhaps that is accessed through the ancient ruins somehow. But there's something on top of this plateau that we have not accessed, and it looks similar to this little... There's just a little bit of a... some sort of building or structure. Maybe it's just an outhouse. Maybe that's what these are on the map. Who knows what they are, but holy shit, we've actually opened up a whole new path that was right there if I had just been a little bit braver. A little bit. That's really what the lesson of the DLC is trying to teach us, to take that leap of faith. Take that fucking leap of faith. Okay, so I've got some off-camera backtracking that I'll be taking care of, going, you know, trying to find the rest of the stuff here in the fissure, which probably is just a couple little crafting item pickups, and there's more to be solved in the Shadow Keep, but there is more to Shadow Altus that we have unlocked. Bonnie Village is here, and now we have paths open to us. Okay. I'm so glad that we persevered just that little bit longer, because I was about to wrap up probably a little bit prematurely. It was going to be an early end to the episode as it was, but that is where we will wrap up this installment of Elden Ring as we have reached Bonnie Village. Thank you all for hanging out with me to the end. If you did enjoy the video, consider hitting that like button, that subscribe button, and sharing the video with other people like you who will also get a kick out of it. The journey to the bottom of the fissure and meeting Saint Trina, getting tilted off the face of the earth by the Putrescent Knight, and now unlocking a new path into the rest of Shadow Altus. What a fun episode! And now I have new energy to be looking forward to our adventures in the next episode. As always, thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.